New York building quarantine camps to detain people with viruses against their will. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, all praise, honor, and the glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren, teaching this word in all sincerity and truth. To the hopeful elect out there, Shalom. It's the brother Dama Agabar here with another lesson. Lord willing to edify and give you warning from Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. And you know, as we've been saying here at GMS for some time now, that there will be another lockdown. You know, that these devils wasn't done with this whole medical tyranny situation. As you know, if you've been paying attention, you can see over there in China right now, there's a huge unknown pneumonia outbreak happening to where they're pushing social distancing. They're talking about bringing back masks and more lockdowns due to some mysterious sickness. I just read an article. They're talking about doing the same over there in the UK, and they're already doing it over there in Australia. And we know eventually it will come here to the West, you know, if enough people start to, you know, mysteriously come down with this mystery sickness, you know. And what perfect timing, you know, coming right into the so-called winter times, going into the so-called new year. You know, we told you this wouldn't be the last that you would hear of these lockdowns and sicknesses and medical tyranny. Now you have New York, you know, it's been given the green light to create quarantine camps, which ain't nothing more than a concentration camp, all right? This is nothing more than a prison to house those that they, you know, say are sick, and, you know, just a reason to round people up, lock people up, take more of their freedoms, and to bring in martial law and to bring more chaos so that they can bring this new world order in. And this is something that we warned, you know, you Israelites about. We warned everybody about that. You know, we haven't seen the last of these devils making this push for this agenda via this miracle tyranny. And don't be surprised that this ain't, you know, like I did a video a couple of days ago where Bill Gates said, you know, this next pandemic will get everybody's attention. And supposedly this is one that's attacking children, is more sensitive to coming at children. And there is something out there because, you know, everybody I know, even myself, I've been feeling like shit lately. And, you know, I rarely get sick, but there's some shit going on out here. So, you know, this could be the big one that these devils have been warning about. This could be that dark winter that Sleepy Joe was talking about a couple years back. But, you know, we'll have to wait and see. But it says the New York Appellate Division has ruled in favor of Governor Kathy Hochul in a landmark case for government overreach, allowing the tyrannical government to build quarantine camps to hold citizens against their will for any reasons for as long as they deem necessary by the state. You see, and they're just using the whole guise of sicknesses and people being ill as an excuse. You know, they can lock you up for any fucking reason. You know, if they get particular bills passed or they overreach, you know, people's constitutional rights, they can lock you up for whatever. Don't matter. Separate you from your children. You know, just go into your house without a warrant and just, you know, tell you need to come with us, man. It says the regulation 10 NYCRR 2-13 or isolation and quarantine procedures will give the state of New York the legal right to come inside your home without permission and remove you to be held in a quarantine camp without any notice and for any virus or infection they deem necessary. So you can have anything, they can say. You can just have a cough, you know, they can just, you know, have a little scanner and scan you and say, oh yeah, we detected this new stuff. We got this new technology to where, you know, it picks up on this particular virus or whatever, and you blew positive, so you must come with us, you know, which they know this is going to cause a lot of chaos and people to go buck wild and people to resist and fight up against it. But like I said, this is all part of the agenda, you know. It says citizens will not have any option to fight it. There will be no court date, no recourse to an appeal. The rule has no age limit, meaning they can also remove your children with or without you, and they can detain you as long as they want. See, what does that sound like? This is Revelations 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. You see, and these devils are running out of time to bring in this NWO. You know, they thought that they could coerce the people, they could scare the people, they could, you know, do, you know, a non-passive way of getting everybody to comply and to get them to go along with the agenda, but it's not going along as planned. And now they're starting to get impatient. Now they're going to start to use more and more force, man. And this is really going to be aimed at you, you tribes, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, especially over there in New York. All right, they want to grab you up and lock you up, man. And Lord knows what they're going to be doing to you inside of these quarantine camps. We know they could have guillotines. You know, they could, you know, be presenting the MOTB unto you. You know, they could be doing all type of shit, man. And just say that, you know, the people that don't comply, they can put your head in the guillotine and just say that you died of a sickness without having to report, without having to, you know, tell the truth of what really happened unto you. You know, see, this is this devil coming down with that great wrath to bring in this NWO. You know, and these devils are not playing any games anymore. It says Regulations 2-13 also allows the state to treat camp detainees as they see fit, including the use of experimental methods and medications that are still in testing. So they can have you in one of these and just pump you full of Mr. NA or any other so-called new V that they have for this particular thing without being tested, without, you know, you really having any say-so in the matter, man. You know, it's pretty much treating everybody as terrorists and putting you in the damn gulag. You see, it says this is one of the greatest abuses of power this country has ever seen. But the New York rollout is only the beginning. How long until this is nationwide and even global? Because that's the ultimate goal. This is a global agenda. And like I said, right now, you see what these devils are doing over there in China. They're already bringing it back to a certain degree, you know? And like it says, he's about to come down with that great wrath because he has a short time. This is Isaiah 10:5. It says, O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger and the staff in their hand is my indignation. Because it's really, you know, the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai as a way for him to bring judgment upon 2/3 of our people and these wicked heathens that are here in Babylon the Great. You know, he's about to use Esau to come down with this great wrath. Hey, I'm not done yet. Okay, I'll get it. I'm not done. It says, the rod of mine anger and the staff in their hand is my indignation. You see, the righteous judgment of the Most High is going to be Esau using these different, you know, draconian measures and unlawful decrees to implement shit like this. It says, and I will send him against an hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the street. You see? This happened back then, and the Lord is going to allow it to happen now in this modern day time. And that hypocritical nation is you, the 12 tribes, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, because a lot of you refuse to return to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You continue to trust in this system, to trust in this society, to walk down into Egypt, and you have not, you know, made the proper preparations to repent and return to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You know, you scoff and mock at the prophets. We've been telling you that these devils was going to eventually bring back another lockdown, that he was going to come down with that great wrath, but you scoffed and you mocked. All right. You misused the prophets. You talked shit against us. You got on the comment board and said whatever you had to say. You called us crazy. You said we were seed theorists and all this shit. And now, hey, you're going to find out that there had been a prophet amongst you, man. Let's get this in the NLT. This is Isaiah 10:6 in the NLT. I am sending Assyria against a godless nation, against the people with whom I am angry. The Syrians will plunder them, trample them like dirt beneath his feet. You see, that's 2/3 of you Jakes, man. Because if you're not in the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and walking in his fear, then you are a godless nation, all right? And the Lord is going to use Esau to roll on a lot of you. You know, he has a lot of these UN troops out here. How the hell do you think he's going to be able to implement a lot of this? It's not going to be by the United States military. They're going to be busy fighting these other wars, you know, over there in the Middle East, over there in Taiwan, you know, in other parts of the earth. And this is why he's having a lot of these migrants, a lot of these so-called migrants cross the border and leaving the border open, because he's bringing in these UN troops, man. They're going to do the dirty work. They're going to do the grunt work. They're going to be the ones going house to house and taking you and pulling you headfirst into these quarantine/concentration camps. It says they plan to appeal the decision. We'll see what happens. They might be able to do it for a little while, but eventually, if the right circumstance or the right crisis happen, they can declare martial law. They have executive orders and presidential decisions that if shit gets too crazy and stuff, gets out of hand, that they could bring in these presidential, I forget what they're called, you know, executive orders to where the president can take control over the whole fucking system, the whole, the financial, travel, you know, and he can be a so-called dictator, man. He can, appoint these different UN and foreign troops to, declare martial law and to do their bidding. So, it says they said the ruling not only paved the way for Hochul and her Department of Health to reissue the rule, it has set a precedent to preclude citizens from rightfully challenging government overreach in court. And they've effectively unconstitutionally empowered the executive branch to overreach into policymaking, which is a decision that could open the door to further abuses of power. And this is the plan of these devils from the jump. All right. And one fact we know that one thing that the New World Order wants to do is to get rid of the so-called constitutional rights of you American people and the Constitution and the Bill of Rights in general, so that they can have the free range to have complete authoritarian powers over the American people and bring you into this New World Order, man. All right. And like I said, this devil was he has a short time. Let me get this. But some of the men of the Lord, we might find ourselves in these situations, but the Lord is going to make provision for his elect, man. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. You see, that word tried means to be tested, to see if you truly believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Because like I said, once they grab you in one of these quarantine / concentration camps, hey, they could be presenting people with the MOTB, the mark of the what. Hey, we'll let you out. We'll let you go back into your daily life, but you have to take this, take this, take that, like Diddy. And it's going to be a huge test for, those men of the Lord that are put in this particular situation. But like we know, it says what? You shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So some of us might have to face our death and the test of our faith in one of these particular concentration camps, man. But if we remain faithful and die in faith and, faithful towards Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, hey, we're going to receive a crown of life. We'll be raised up first, but for 2/3 of our people, forget about it. A lot of them are going to either be put to death, either they're going to die in one of these concentration camps, or they're going to eventually take the MOTB and be destroyed in the presence of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, in the presence of Yahushua and the holy angels, But either way it goes, this is just, the times that we're coming into. We can see that these devils are really trying to bring this shit. So we have to keep our eyes on this, keep our eyes on that whole shit going on over there in China, and watch how they're going to try to bring mask and quarantining and the lockdown back here via this so-called magic pneumonia that's been happening over there in China. So we'll keep our eyes peeled on it. But hey, I'm just here to give a warning from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and prepare your minds for these devils coming with it again. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for putting the spirit in me to do this lesson. To the next one, shalom.